All right, now I want to talk about where to put these recommendations. It's often a question I get is like, okay, I've got some now what do I do with them? So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you eight spots where you can put your recommendations, testimonials, referrals, all that's endorsements, I should say, so that you can really make the most of them and so that they don't get lost in the whole sea of noise. We've got to bring them up to the surface so that they're really visible and accessible for people to use. All right, here we go. Here's the first one. The first one is LinkedIn. If you can make sure you put it in your LinkedIn recommendations, even if you get them from another source, like if they've sent it in an email, ask, can I put it in LinkedIn? I'm going to send it to you. Would it be okay if you put it on my profile? So, you'll have to ask them to do it. Otherwise, it's not authentic. But if not, put it in the summary area. You can put it on other areas on your profile and just copy paste across as long as it's authentic. The second one is Google reviews. Again, you can ask the person, send them the link to how to do a Google review. Send them the copy, say, could you put this on if you're still happy to do that? So make sure it goes on somewhere that it's going to be found. All right, that's the second one. The third one is a Facebook review. So again, send the link to your Facebook page, copy paste that content and say, would it be okay? Would you mind putting this on there? Here's the link, here's how to do it. You may even do a little short video to show them how to do it. But again, just make sure it's repurposed and moved across to your Facebook, to your reviews area as well. All right, that was number 3. Number 4 is your website. And I've got 2 spots on your website for this one. So one is to put your testimonial on the actual landing page of the program that they attended. So if they attended your workshop or they attended your coaching, make sure it's on the page of that particular coaching program or that workshop so people can see, if they're going to buy it, is they're going to want to see, well, who's attended this and what did they think of it? So that's the actual landing page for the program. But the other page on your website is to have an actual testimonials page. Break it up into all the types of program. Here's what people have said about our workshops. Here's what people have said about my coaching. Here's what people have said about my keynotes. So look for opportunities on the website, not just a testimonials page, but put it on the page that matches the actual program. What else have we got? Proposals. If you're sending out those proposals, or if you're in my world and you're working with me, that we do a bit more work on our brochures and our actual program statements. So when we're putting those together, that they're on there. Make sure they're on there. They're often overlooked and forgotten, so make sure they're on there. Also, the other one is remember to do some social media posts. Like, it's really easy to forget that they're sort of hidden down in, people will go to the website or people will see them. They don't. Our job is to make sure you get them out. And it's not about saying, hey, I'm so good, I'm such a rock star. It's actually more about being in service and being able to say, well, here's some people I've worked with, maybe this might be useful for you. And so put it in your social media posts. You might put one out maybe once a week or something like that. Just not every day probably, but just once a week that people can see that social proof. Newsletters, obviously, if you've got a newsletter or an EDM going out, ideally each week would be great if you pop it in there. Here's what someone said about the work this week. And the other one would be, I talked about the specific landing page. I already did that one. So there's your 8. So make sure you go grab that testimonial that you've got, if you've got some, or if not at least one, repurpose it and make sure it's out and easily found, and you'll find you'll make the most out of it.